Welcome, everybody, to another great episode of Real Life Matters. Of course, I am your host, DBoss, and you could watch me Monday to Friday at 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Carib Vision, Bell 5, Channel 658. And in case if you missed any episodes and stuff, you could also subscribe, share to my YouTube channel, DBoss Networks. And you can just subscribe and you can watch all the wonderful guests that I've interviewed over the years. But anyways, I hope everybody's doing their 15 minutes of laughing. Laughing is good for your blood pressure. It's good for releasing those endorphins. It's good for toning the abs. It doesn't mean that you don't have to stop going to the gym, but to make sure you could do that and tone your abs. Also, it helps in anything. And if you don't have anybody to laugh with, then try to put something on that's funny, or try to maybe call somebody that's funny. But if you have to go to an extreme that, I don't have anybody to laugh with, well, there also is laughing classes. So, I hope you don't have to do that, but I hope you can put on something because of all the stuff that's viral and everything. You could watch anything funny anytime. But anyways, we're going to hear something from our sponsor, Vital Fit, and then we'll be right back with our next guest.
Welcome to your vital steps to better health and fitness. I'm Joanne James. Today we're talking about exercise snacking. It's a fantastic way to fit exercise into your busy schedule. Exercise snacking is about taking small bites of exercise throughout the day. And it could look like this, anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes of movement in some way, shape, or form is an exercise snack. You can, instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs up a flight. Or you can go for a brisk walk for 5 minutes. If you're watching TV, you can sit down and do some stretches, or sit and stand to work those legs. When you're at work, do some stretches at the desk. All of that is exercise snacking. The beauty is it does not require a membership, and neither do you need equipment. So take advantage of those small pockets of time that you have throughout the day to do some form of movement. You'll feel great. I'm Joanne James, and this has been your Vital Steps to Better Health and Fitness. See you next time.
Thank you, Joanne James, for that tip on exercise snacking. Now, that doesn't mean that it's healthy snacking. It doesn't mean that you're supposed to eat some food or go get a steak or something like that. No, you have to go walk around while you're in the work, while you're watching, maybe your Netflix, or you're listening to something. You have to get up and stretch and have some sort of movement. So this is what that's about. But anyways, I got a special guest here for you guys today. And he's doing a lot of stuff, and it's out in Owen Sound, Ontario. So, we're going to find out all about what he's doing. Yes, people, it's Owen Sound, Ontario. So we're getting all the people who's coming in, who's celebrating a lot of things. So he's going to let us know what he's been doing and how he started this thing that he's going to be telling us about. So with no further ado, I introduce to you Bruce Johnson.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time, or good night, whatever time.
Oh, okay. Hello.
All right. Well, Bruce, here at Real Life Matters, we like to tell people what's your cultural background and where you come from.
Okay, well, my cultural background is my family were freedom seekers from slavery from the States. And my family on my father's side settled on Negro Creek Road, which is just south of Owen Sound, in the 1850s. On my father's side, my family on my father's side, yes, settled outside of Dresden around the same time period. It was part of the Drew settlement, which was settled through the efforts of Josiah Henson, who has been known as Uncle Tom and Uncle Tom's Cabin. But so that there was a black community in Dresden. So, and on my mother's side, England.
Woo!
So, okay, so we I am a mix of all, not all cultures, but culturally mixed.
Yes,
Which
which is good.
is probably a good segue into what we're celebrating this weekend.
Okay. All right. So you're celebrating Owen Sound Emancipation Festival. So what made you want to start the festival?
Okay, so first of all, I never started it. This festival has been going on for 161 years. It began in 1862, and it
Wow.
was because of the freedom seekers of the Underground Railroad wanted to get together in the summer so families could connect, talk, meet each other. And it really started through the efforts of the church community, the BME Church, British Methodist Episcopalian Church. And so it started in 1862. And every year there's been a picnic. Through the years, it started to grow because families grow, more people. And so initially it was a one-day event. And around the 1990s, we expanded it to a 2-day event, and it's now a 3-day event. And so
The next thing is going to be a week event.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you, it's
It's a lot of work.
a lot of work, but worth it. So
Okay.
each day of the festival, we have different events, and we have our speakers corner at Grey Roots Museum, which is located just south of Owen Sound, and we have speakers come in that Friday evening. So that's our kickoff. Saturday at 11 o'clock, we begin the picnic at beautiful Harrison Park in Owen Sound. And when I say beautiful Harrison Park, you have to come, even if you're not coming this weekend. It is just a beautiful place to be.
Wow.
And so Saturday's event is free. We have a number of musicians who are going to be playing. We've got Josh Ritchie. We've got Ruth Mathing, who is an
Afrobeats artist.
Afrobeats artist from Kenya, and we have who else do we have? We have Jay Douglas and the All Stars, who's a 3-time Juno nominee, and so we have a full slate of entertainment. We've got food, we've got races, we've got not face painting. We've got what else do we have? Oh, t-shirt printing. We're going to have a silent auction. Yes, and races is one of the traditions that we have. It's like for the little kids to show how fast they are, and some of us older guys might even try it too.
Well, you'll see, because these guys are pretty swift on their feet.
So and one more is on Sunday, and again that's at Grey Roots Museum, and it's an outdoor event. And Diana Braithwaite and Chris Whiteley with Bobby Blackburn, who is a icon of Canadian music, and they'll be playing gospel on the Sunday.
Well, that's going to be nice. Church outside, church
Yes.
on the beach. All right. So, are they hotels that people can stay who's contending in the area, or?
Whoa. I would say try, because it is a long weekend, and
yes.
right, and Owen Sound is a tourist destination, so there are rooms available. I wish I could say where, but
you don't.
But I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I would like for people to go to our website, which is emancipation.ca, and on that page you will be linked to all the events, information about the Emancipation Picnic Festival. Okay, folks, you've heard me say picnic. Okay, that's because when I was a little lad, That's what it was. It was our
It
families
was a
getting
picnic, so it wasn't a festival then, it was a picnic.
right, and then it expanded, and it's a so in my mind it's a picnic, but it's a festival, and yeah, it's worth the trip, totally. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
So if people are in Toronto area, like in Toronto,
Mhm.
how long will it take to get to Owen Sound? Like,
I would say, okay, on Saturday, you should book about 3 hours time.
okay.
Right? So if you book 3 hours, you'll be on time. If you think like 2.5 hours is
Yeah, and then
Google,
plus the traffic and all that
right.
other stuff going on.
Yeah,
All
Google will
these
tell you one amount of time, but it like think 3 hours, and it's straight up Highway 10.
Okay.
Or for other listeners, it's like Highway 10 or Highway 6. Both those highways merge just south of Owen Sound, and you'll make it to Owen Sound.
Wow. So this is something people you shouldn't miss because this has been going on from 1861.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
1862.
1862.
Yeah.
And it first started off as a picnic. Now it's going into a 3-day event festival with lots of entertainment. Are people going to could camp out there a little bit or not really?
There is camping available at Harrison Park, but phone. I suggest people phone.
You come there with your camping gear and out of your thing. Oh.
Yeah. You may be all dressed up and know where to go. There are other campgrounds.
They can come at your house.
Well, yeah, they can text me for the address. Yeah. Yeah. So people can camp, and there's lots of areas around Owen Sound where camping would be available. Camping they do have campgrounds at Harrison Park, but my guess is they're fully booked. But other campgrounds in the surrounding communities, maybe not, because like Emancipation Day weekend is it's a major holiday. I would like to say that when I speak about emancipation, it happened like the British abolished slavery like in 1833, and what used to happen is we thought of emancipation only for Black people.
Mm-hmm.
But emancipation happened, Black people from the States. But emancipated people, like the Emancipation Abolitionist Act, emancipated slaves around the world, because at that time, Britain was a world power. And they just didn't emancipate people in North America. They did that in all their colonies. And so what we are doing now is we are really, really working at making sure that people know that this is not a Black event. It's a people event. So don't think, like if your shade's not right, that you're not right. I'm saying come up, put on your
right.
Right. Put on your sunscreen and we're all good, because everyone
bring
there,
your bathing suit.
Yes, right. And if you tap somebody on the shoulder at the festival and ask them a question, you will get a good answer. And it's really about bringing communities together, not the Black community.
Okay.
Not the Black Canadian. It's all communities.
It's for everybody. The Caribbean people, everybody, because they're all, and Caribbean people are just not Black people. They're all mixture of people coming from all over.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and we've got some food trucks. We've got some jerk. Yeah. The food is going to be. We've got food vendors there. So if you just arrive and you're hungry, the food trucks will help you out for sure. I do want to thank some of our major sponsors because because it is free, we really do depend on our sponsors for support. And one of them is Canada Heritage. Another is Bruce Power Generation. Our partners are Grey Roots Museum, the City of Owen Sound, the County of Grey Bruce. These are all organizations that help us, and that's a short list. But I also have to put in a plug for your competition, Bayshore Broadcasting, because they really help us get the word out too.
Okay, that's fine. Everybody works together. So,
yeah.
Are there any other shout outs that you want to give to your people?
Yeah, the shout out that I want to give to everyone is come on up. Okay, just come up here. Owen Sound is known as the most northern terminus of the Underground Railroad, and it's a beautiful part of the country. And if you have been locked in the city, get out of the city and come north. Lake Huron is a short 20 kilometer drive from Owen Sound, and it's got one of the best beaches in North America. And I'm talking
he showed me a picture of it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. chuckle. But what I would also like, okay, is that if you have any questions at all, go to our website, and that's emancipation.ca for more information. And the only paid event that we have is Speakers Night, and there are links on our page for that. And my suggestion is, as the picnic gets closer, the seats fill up. So when you go to buy tickets online, get your tickets now.
Okay. Basically, get your tickets now, or you'll miss it. You snooze, you lose. That's what you're saying.
For the Friday night.
Okay, for the Friday night. But everything else, is the paid thing is that people's only for the Friday, and it's the speakers night. But the picnic that's on Saturday and Sunday, and stretches out, is free. So everybody can come out. They've got a lot of vendors. They've got a lot of activities for the kids. Pack up your bags, your beach bags, and everything else, and just come out. Your blankets and towels and sunscreen.
You got it. You got it. And fingers crossed, it's going to be a beautiful day. I've already ordered it up.
All right. Well, you brought it in as a nutrition. But anyways, Bruce Johnson, I want to thank you for telling us all about Owen Sound Emancipation Festival. And, and next year, come on a little bit earlier and get everybody to know about it, so we can, we could tell you, and, just tell everybody get ready and get their tickets ready. If they want to be a sponsor, they can come and do so. Okay?
Yes. Thank you very much. You are on our list.
All right. Well, thank you. And good night, everybody, for tuning in. Real Life Matters here with Bruce, Owen Sound, Ontario, Canada, people. All right. Thank you, and have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.